It exercises all the power of the first beast. It means that this is the mediator of the church and the people. So this is the Pope. You see, we now need to understand the two-horned beast of Revelation 13. It says that the beast comes out of the earth, and it had two horns of a lamb, spoke as a dragon. Remember, the first beast also was given the seat by the devil, by Satan. So now this figure as well, it means here, so here is the interpretation. It looked like a lamb. When you look at it, you see a lamb, but when he speak as the devil, right? So hence I'm saying lamb symbolizes Yahushua the Messiah. In John chapter 1 verse 29, John the Baptist said, "Behold, here comes the Lamb of the Most High, which takes away the sins of the world." Therefore, the Pope, historically and even to this day, is known to take the sins, to forgive sins. I saw this in all the movies where people will go to the church and say, "Father, I'm here to confess." You understand? It will also explain why the first beast blasphemes, why the little horn blasphemes, because in this church system, it claims to forgive sins. Because when you go to other scriptures in the book of John, the Messiah said that he forgives sin. And then eventually the Pharisees was, "No, how can you forgive sin? You are blaspheming. It's only the Most High that forgives sin." Therefore, we can say that this lamb indeed is the Pope, because the Pope has to be what? A prophet, look like a priest, a mediator of people and the Most High, so to speak. So this beast is the false prophet of Revelation 16 verse 13. So the false prophet can also mean, but then the reason I'm saying this second beast is the false prophet is because in the scripture, the false prophet and the beast are mentioned in one place. So the beast has to be the Catholic Church, and then the false prophet has to be the Pope. It is also 19 verse 20. This beast is actually what? A false prophet, an imposter religious authority. You understand? That appears Christ-like. I should have edited this. But serves Satan. It means when you look at it, even to this day, when you are young, when you look at the Pope, you see an angel, you see a servant of God. Sorry to say God, of the Most High, right? But in reality, the devil is the one who gave his power, the seat. And then what he's speaking, whatever the thing, the doctrines of his church are from the devil. That is that. You understand? And then it is also, this false prophet is also connected to the man of sin described in 2 Thessalonians 2:3-4 about the strong delusion that how the Most High sent a strong delusion that those who don't like truth, who don't have their heart and the love for truth, will believe a lie. You understand? Because the man of sin shall come in wonders. Wonder, okay, also take in mind of wonder, miracles. We're going to talk of the miracles. That also connects the miracles. And then we deceive, we claim to be the Most High. The scripture says this man of sin will claim to be the Most High, sitting in the temple, exercising power, forgiving sin. That man of sin is the Pope in reality, in figuratively. And then this two-horned beast is the Pope. Listen, the two-horned beast represents the Pope or popes in their role as a false prophet, coming in the name of Hamashiach, lamb-like horns. Hence, it looks like lamb horns. You understand? But speaking with great authority, spoke as a dragon. It is the religious enforcement arm of Babylon the Great, meaning it is the right hand of the Catholic Church. Hence, we will understand why verse 12, it tells us that this two-horn exercises all the power of the first beast, which is Catholic Church, in its presence. That is what Revelation 13 says. You understand? So this Pope exercised the power of Catholic Church. That's what we know. You understand? So the scripture tells us that the first beast, the two-horned beast, exercised the power of the first beast in its presence, meaning they are two, they go one in one, and causes all people on earth to worship Catholic Church. The Pope is the one who causes people to worship the Catholic Church, whose deadly wound was healed. You understand? It is to enforce obedience. When it burned people on stakes in crusades, Spanish Inquisitions, the crusades, it was to enforce obedience. Hence, even when colonizers were giving us Christianity. That is how they were saying, well, we're going to go to a hell. This is how fire comes down from heaven. This is a wonder. And then we don't have a proof of it. So it does create wonders, like making fire to come down from heaven on the earth. It is symbolical. Many people struggle and think, wow. I know that many people said this is USA because of atomic bombs, blah, blah. No, USA is part of the whole, not the beast. Sharp. I won't deal with that. It deceived people on the earth by the means of those miracles of making fire come down from heaven. So this fire, brothers and sisters, coming down from heaven actually symbolizes the power to call down both literal destruction through crusades and inquisitions. Remember, the Catholic Church has been burning people, and then the Pope was the enforcer. The Catholic Church, we know about the crusades, we know about the Inquisition in Spain, how the people were being burned. And then this burning of people reached USA, where the KK clan burned our people, Hebrew Israelites, on the stake. You understand? Saying that they are doing Christ a favor. This is crazy. So this is how it made fire come down from heaven. Remember, this is all, the book is symbolic, right? So the other spiritual is threat. The other part is spiritual. This is crazy. It's a word of eternal damnation used to enforce obedience. Hence, the Catholic Church told people of hell, which the scripture doesn't support. And then, amazingly, the scripture says that, as we will see when we talk of the mark of the beast, it is the people who will obey this system who will be burned. But then the Catholic Church lied. Even Christianity says that if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you are going to hell. So that is symbolically saying hell is going to come. It is connecting heaven and earth. This is how they say God is going to bring you to hell down. Hence he says that it brings fire from heaven. Do you see how amazing is the scriptures? So this fire is into both ways. And we know that when they burn people on stakes, on poles, they say that this is the judgment of God. I'm burning you now physically, and you're going to also burn in hell. That is that, brothers and sisters. So this two-horned beast, it is to enforce obedience. When it burned people on stakes in crusades, Spanish Inquisitions, the crusades, it was to enforce obedience. Hence, even when colonizers were giving us Christianity, that is how they were saying, well, we're going to go to a hell. This is how fire comes down from heaven. This is a wonder. And then we don't have a proof of it. Let me read it. He commanded the people on earth to make an image, likeness, or a model of the beast, a model of church, of Christianity, which had the wound by the sword and did live. So this is the Pope, or a council of bishops, so to speak, saying that we're going to make a copy. So this is where Martin Luther King comes into place, who was also a Catholic priest, and then he didn't agree with the church, and eventually did what? He took everything about the church, but denied the thing of worshiping Mary and so on. But then he said, Jesus is the Lord. That, and then from Martin Luther King, he started what is called Protestants. This Protestant morphed into every church you know today, which profess to be Christians. These Protestants spread throughout Europe, and then in other European nations adopted them. Then eventually most missionaries who went to Africa were from Protestants. But then as well, Italy went to some places are Catholics. So the image of the beast, as we will see in the next slide, the image of the beast is actually church. It's Christianity. You understand? So the popes made an image, a likeness. So a likeness means a copy of something. So the image, okay, let me read here. It causes that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You understand? People who won't accept Christianity will be killed. Hence, we know that Christianity was forced by the sword. Now, it makes sense why many people say they don't go to church, because when going to church was colonized, was given through Christianity, so to speak, was given through. Even in America, we know all of us, when we became Christians, our ancestors were killed. It was forced. So this is what it means. Hence, I tell you that the image is a likeness or model of this religious and political power, which is in essence, it is Christianity, and it is forced upon everyone on earth. Prophecy is giving us history here. It has already happened. So we know that when church was spread around the world, Christianity was spread through the Europeans, which are the remaining 7 kingdoms, which in turn, the papal system, the first beast, the little horn, had power over. So now the image of the beast, we get the picture that it has to do with worship, with religion. Hence, it's if you don't worship the image, the name worship means obedience, submission, reverence to authority. We'll see it in the next slide. We'll finalize it in the next slide. And this Pope caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or foreheads. So now we have the church. Now we are getting to the second thing, the mark. It is the image, the mark, and the number. The second thing which the Catholic popes firstly was the image, which is church, Christianity. Secondly is the mark. So whatsoever shall not have it, whosoever shall not have it, or its name, or number of its name, should not be able to buy or sell, to trade. There's a name of the beast, the number. So the name of the beast actually is authority. I should have put it in brackets. Everywhere you find in the New Testament, name, even when the Messiah said, I have come in my Father's name, the name actually should be translated to authority, because in the king's name, there's power. Understand? So people were forced to have authority, the mark, and the name. With wisdom and understanding, the number of this beast can be counted, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 636. 666. This is crazy. So now it's gonna blow many people's minds, because people have 666 without knowing it. People have the mark of the beast without knowing it. People have the image of the beast. Worship the image of the beast, and also have a mark of the beast and the number. So it says that it's a number of a man. It means that 66 is a man, a number. So now, without wasting any time, before I move to the next slide, now we understand that this beast is actually symbolic to Pope, or religious leader of the beast. As he says that it exercises all the power of the first beast. It means that this is the mediator of the church and the people. So this is the Pope. You see,